Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for the fifth stop of the FRA. It is New Orleans, 1999. We have a 12 truck lineup, although we're not sure if Nitro Machine will be here. He's having some engine problems, but we'll get to that later tonight. Our first race is Power Forward up against Hot Wheels. Once both drivers are ready, they will wiggle their tires, and once they're ready, Bryant will give the go, and it looks like both are ready.
All right, listen for it. Go.
Pretty dead even. Oh,
Look at
Power
power
Forward slides out.
forward.
Oh, Hot Wheels flips it. And it's going to be all Power Forward moving on to the next round.
All right, next up we have a really godly matchup here. Sitting behind the wheel of Goldberg. Sitting behind the wheel of Vincent. Both amazing drivers. Anything can happen. Wiggle your tires when you're ready, boy. Both drivers are ready, waiting on the green from me. Go. King Crunch off the line. King Crunch just slightly coming into the corner. Nice corner by both. It's going to be all King Crunch. Oh, Goldberg. Alright, on Goldberg. What a crash.
Next up, we have Marcelo in that Bigfoot machine taking on Donald in that beautiful looking Raging Steel monster truck. Both drivers wiggle your tires when you're ready. Both drivers are ready. We're just waiting on the green.
Go.
Raging Steel off the line. Coming into the corner. Raging Steel with a bit of a lead. It's all Raging Steel. What a race.
Nice win. Oh, Bigfoot is going over.
Oh my
Holy
God.
crap.
They got a thrash in the pits for that.
For our next race, it doesn't look like Nitro Machine's going to be able to actually come and compete at all. His engine is completely broken after qualifying. Chase was there. He saw it. The engine blew up. And so Gravedigger gets Byron. He's going to actually pick his worst lane so he can get used to it. Nice start, though, from Gravedigger. Qualifying was really interesting for a lot of the drivers. A lot of drivers that we haven't seen really be fast were faster, and the quicker drivers were quicker. But nice little practice lap from Gravedigger. And we'll get to the next race.
Next up, we have Taryn in Bulldozer up against King Crunch, returning once again with David behind the wheel. Both drivers ready? Both drivers are ready, waiting on the green from Tim.
Go. By the
Should
way, it's
also
not
know.
David Smith driving King Crunch. It's Trent, but good enough.
Did I say David?
Yep. Oh, what a turn by King Crunch! Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to look back. I have no idea.
There's King Crunch on my end.
Oh my lord.
Up next, we have Devin behind the wheel of Power Forward, taking on the first appearance for tonight, Chase behind the wheel of Little Tiger. Both drivers shake your tires when you're ready. Both drivers are ready, waiting on the green from Tim.
Go.
And here we go, some more monster truck action, and a nice, both pulling a perfect light there. Look at them hit that turn there, going to the horsepower.
Oh, Power Forward.
That's going to be Power Forward, moving on. All right, we're back here for some FRA. We got two of the best out here. You know, we got Vincent Ackard in the sudden impact here, Tim. And you know what? It's a rematch here. We got Donald making its return back in the Raging Steel.
All right, both drivers, wiggle your tires when you're ready. All right, both drivers are ready. Listen for the go from me. Go.
And there they are going off here. Whoa, Vincent looking like he had the ground speed, but wait, Donald has a wide turn, and it's going to be all Vincent moving on. Donald just could not navigate that turn enough, and we're getting sued. Awesome.
For the final race of the semifinals, we have Dylan K making his return in Mr. Destruction. He was our third fastest qualifier tonight, going up against Bryant, who got a pretty easy, race. It was just him, technically a bit of a practice. Once both drivers are ready, wiggle your tires. Both drivers are ready. Listen for the green. Go. Dead even off the line. Gravedigger full sent. Nice. Okay.
Next up, we have a really good matchup here. Devin behind the wheel of Power Forward, taking on the Oh So Fast King Crunch and T-Ray Trenton. I didn't say David this time. Trenton. Both drivers wiggle your tires when you're ready. King Crunch is ready.
Power forward's ready.
Power Forward is ready. I just didn't see that. Both drivers ready, waiting on the green.
Go!
Pretty even off the start line. Coming into the first corner, who's going to take it better?
Wow.
Wow, what a corner from King Crunch. He's going to get the win, but Power Forward almost came back. Wow. Next up, we have Vincent Ackert and Sudden Impact, still undefeated in racing. It is up to Dylan and Mr. Destruction to try to end his winning streak. Is he going to do it? Well, we're about to find out. Both drivers wiggle your tires when you're ready. I think both drivers are ready.
Mm-hmm.
Both drivers are ready, waiting on that green.
Go!
And
Mr. Destruction off the line.
but Sudden Impact's coming back.
Sudden
Impact with that really good corner.
It's going to be Sudden
That's
Impact.
I'm not sure, but it looked like
Dylan
there was
almost had it. Oh my God, Dylan. All right, we are at the finals. The first time that we are seeing Trenton Ray in that beautiful King Crunch. He's got a tough draw, though. He needs to beat Vincent Ackert and Sudden Impact, arguably getting a really lucky pass or lucky win last round as he almost won tired. Both drivers, shake your tires when you're ready. Both drivers are ready, waiting on that final green.
Go!
Dead even off the line. I know Trenton is wanting his first win this season. He's going to hit the pole, though. It's going to be Vincent Ackert. It's not even going to matter.
Undefeated.
Vincent Ackert is just an animal, man.
Wow.
Oh
And
my
Vincent,
goodness.
Finishes a little freestyle. We're going to get an interview with him once again.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
jeez!
he took one heck.
Alright, I'm down here on the track with Vincent Ackert in that beautiful Sudden Impact. Vincent, you are still undefeated. This is your 5th event in a row. This is our 5th stop in a row. You're undefeated, man. How you feeling?
Feeling undefeated.
Feeling undefeated. Man, a few words.
Right you are. We're gonna get back to the action here in just a moment.
First up for freestyle, we have Dylan and Mr. Destruction. He's got the green. You know, he made a really decent racing appearance tonight. I think making it all the way to the semifinals. Tim, what do you think he's going to have to do to really set the bar high here?
You know, it's a minute 30 on such a big floor, Brian. It's going to be interesting to see how these drivers tackle the course. And Dylan's starting out with a lot of speed and nice air.
Absolutely. And, you know, these ramps aren't really made for big air. Like, height-wise, they're made really distance-wise. And, you know, that might get repetitive after a while. So I literally say this every single event, but these drivers are going to have to get creative, and that's a really good example of getting creative.
And, you know, there's a nice little kind of thing with the officials here tonight. They're being really lenient on getting onto the gray because you're allowed to do donuts in there, which we don't allow very often.
Yeah, you know, that's really because, oh my God, that's probably some of the biggest error that we're going to see all night, by far.
Absolutely, nice donuts in the gray. Keep in mind,
Yeah,
it's
and
got a great run flow right now. I mean, it's going great. Oh no, that might.
oh no, that's done. That's done.
Shut your truck off. You are dead.
Also, keep in mind he's only able to do donuts in the gray because we have such a big area between the dirt and the stands. This track and only this track it is safe to do so. I'm gonna have to start by giving that a 4.
So 2 4s and a 5. That's gonna be a 13 out of 30. Not probably what Mr. Destruction wanted, but still a good showing. And he's able to drive off. That is shocking.
Next up, we have your racing winner from tonight, Vincent Ackert, in that beautiful Sudden Impact machine. He's got the green light to send it. You know, Tim, Mr. Destruction did not set the bar very high. I don't think Vinny's got very much to work with here in terms of trying to get that lead. He's just trying to get more points on the board.
You can go. You know, getting a a 13 to start us off. You know, I'm not too surprised because it is the first run of the night, but you know, Vinny Bryant, he's been very close to getting the double down. He's itching for that freestyle win.
Yeah, I know. And, each time that he does not get this double down, he's going to come into the following week and just drive even harder until he gets it. And I know that, he knows his truck inside and out. He knows what it's capable of. He knows what he can throw at it and what it can survive and what it can't. And, he's taking a very technical approach right now. And that's what drivers are going to have to do in order to be unique.
You know, Brian, like you said, creativity is going to be a huge key factor here, and that was our.
Oh my God!
That's going to be
FRA.
Probably. Yeah, it's probably going to have to be a done. He RAI'd. Let me pause the recording real quick.
Next up is Marcelo in Bigfoot. He's got the green light. 2 runs in a row that just did not score very high. I'm sure that if he throws down hard enough, he will get the lead. I was talking to Vincent right after his run. He is definitely not happy with his truck. I guess something went wrong with the front sway bars that did not allow him to do what he wanted to do, which is why he cartwheeled. So that double down is just going to continue to be a curse from him. Enough about sudden impact, though. Let's get back to the action for Bigfoot here. Bigfoot knows what he's got to do. Absolutely. Marcelo's a very confident driver. He knows his truck inside and out as well.
Ooh,
he's
nice.
going to hop that barrier. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you are allowed to hit the barrier. The officials are really lenient tonight for how, I hate saying this, but very lackluster of a track, if you ask me.
Absolutely is. And, I like this approach that Marcelo is taking right now. He's not doing anything too crazy. He's just trying to fill the clock and, get some points on the board. That's what's most important right now.
Oh, here we go. Nice. Bigfoot, Brian, one thing about Bigfoot is he's got some of the best equipment. I mean, he's probably got some of the best tires when it comes to any type of grip. I mean, look at those, dude. Those are some nice tires.
Those are some monsters of a tires. Hank, get it? I'll stop.
15 seconds left, and he's gonna throw in some donuts.
Oh
that's
no!
Gonna be it. Donuts catch Bigfoot again, but he only left 13 seconds on the clock. We'll get the scores back to you in the next run.
Up next, we have Taryn behind the wheel of Bulldozer. He has got the green. And he is really aggressively coming out on the track right now, blowing that smoke.
Brian,
this dude means business.
He's not a happy camper. Got fastest qualifier and unfortunately got knocked out in his first race by Trenton.
It was a really close race, too. There was a lot of controversy between the officials as to who actually won that race. There were some differing opinions, but ultimately it was King Crunch. Now Bulldozer is looking to redeem himself in freestyle, and if you know Taryn as a driver, he's willing to put this Willman truck into every single risk that he can think of.
I hope Taryn has collisions on.
I don't know. I couldn't really tell.
Oh, now he does.
Good. Oh my God.
Okay,
that was. I think it did too.
He's got pretty good flow going on. So far, no one has filled the clock quite yet, which is honestly surprising, Brian, because it's not 2 minutes for this big of a four. Oh my goodness.
And it's also, arguably not terribly hard. Oh gosh.
Oh, saved it.
What
He's
a
good
save.
To go. He was about to get RAI too. Wow.
As I was saying, you would think that it wouldn't be too hard to fill the time because there isn't very many obstacles that are really capable of throwing your truck sideways.
I feel like the biggest obstacles that are gonna kind of mess you up are the ones we added ourselves.
Yeah, honestly.
But even then, they're not that big of a challenge to get over. But he's got 10 seconds left. Brian, I see this blowing into the lead.
I think he's gonna. Whoa! RAI.
Holy crap, Taryn, are you okay?
Oh my God.
Taryn just died.
That crew has got a lot of work to do for next week, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
All right, we got power forward Devin behind the wheel. He is good to go. he was sitting in that tunnel watching Terran do his freestyle, and I must say he's got quite a run to beat. Still got some room to play though, only an 18 out of 30. But if you don't say that Terran's unique, then I don't know how these other drivers are going to top him because he was pretty much the definition of unique.
The first time we saw Power Forward, Bryant, was at Orlando, which is arguably one of my favorite events so far we've had this season, and he had a pretty good showing.
It was a really good event, and he honestly did have a really good showing, but he is obviously looking to top that. Maybe even get his first win tonight. That would be really nice to have under his belt. He's going to start strong.
So far, no one has
He's
filled
going to start
time.
really strong.
Terran left 8 seconds on the clock, so...
Still, no one has been able to fill time. Oh my god. 2 wheels for a second. That was kind of cool.
This Power Forward truck is probably some of the newer and better equipment.
Yeah, state of the art for its time. And I must say, wow,
Nice.
I must say that it can withstand a lot of the moves that Devin is throwing at this truck right now.
He's having
Some
a great
really
run.
nice there.
The momentum is
Not
not the best, Bryant, but he's keeping a consistent flow, which is going to help.
Consistency is key right now because filling the time is going to get you a pretty decent score already. Now, if it's going to take the lead, I couldn't tell you because, quite frankly, Bulldozer had a crazier run than what Power Forward is doing right now. But filling the time is a huge factor, especially when nobody's filled the time.
Absolutely. He's got 20 seconds left. He's going to have to do something pretty big here. Oh, reverse
Oh
donuts
wow!
right in front of the
There
camera.
you
That
go.
looks sick. Something unique, Bryant. Like you said, creativity is going to be huge. Oh!
I know his engine is screaming after that because he was just gunning it in reverse.
And
Transmissions
that is
aren't
time.
made
This
to.
is his last hit. Nicely done. I'm going to have to give that a 7.
7.
7.
21 new lead
24.
power
Yeah,
forward.
21.
And he's going to tear the body up.
Up next, we have the guy who has the most trending posts on social media, I would say. We got Little Tiger Chase behind the wheel. He is good to go. And Tim, he's got a run to beat.
Absolutely. Power forward, I won't be surprised if we see him at World Finals this season at all.
That run, based on that run, he is very deserving of a World Finals bid. I'm sure we'll definitely see a few more freestyles, good freestyles from Power Forward before we have to make that decision.
Starting off with
He's
donuts.
starting off with some donuts.
The creativity from these drivers, Bryant, tonight has been really good, I'd have to say. I mean, they have done pretty much anything and everything at this point, and they're still coming up with new moves.
No, and that's good because all the drivers, except for maybe the driver who's up next trying to get strapped into his truck, have been watching all these freestyles and seeing what kind of stuff has been getting the judges all wounded up and which stuff is not. And they also don't want to be repeating any of the same moves that previous drivers before them have done because that's just not going to score well. That was cool.
He's having a really good run. I mean, Chase is I'd say his worst wreck so far this season was in Mesa.
Yeah, arguably so.
Yeah, unfortunately, he missed Baltimore, but maybe he'll get a kind of a redemption.
Oh, he got hung up on those cars. That's not going to be.
He got right back into it though. Nice. 15 seconds left. He is gonna have to have something really insane here. I think if he wants to take this lead.
Yeah, but he's had a really consistent run. He's probably gonna fill the time at this point. He might pull something crazy right now.
Right there.
Nice stoppie.
Oh,
That could be done.
I mean,
But he saved it. Cool. Up next, we got Donald behind the wheel of that beautiful looking Raging Steel machine. He is good to go.
Brian, if anyone knows this truck, it is you when you drove it in the Long Game Season 2.
I did, and I can speak for Donald when he says that it is a great handling truck because it is. The team for Rage and Steel behind the scenes know what they're doing. They know what kind of equipment is best for the Rage and Steel drivers. They are really good at keeping all the nuts and bolts tight on this truck,
Oh,
and it is treating Donald very well as he goes into a great slap wheelie.
Brian, when you drove this truck in the long game, you did absolutely great, and Donald is living up to, at least from what I've seen from Rage and Steel when you drove it, he's living straight up to it. I mean, he's done an excellent job in the 2 events we've seen him now, and it's a bit stiffer setup I've noticed in the back. The back end kind of keeps itself on the ground, but man, I feel like it's more of a racing truck, but you can pull off some pretty cool freestyles in this thing with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think this truck is a lot better for racing, but that is not to downplay what you can do in freestyle. That's gonna be done.
Our physics at its finest.
Up next, third to last, we have Trenton behind the wheel of King Crunch. He's good to go. Tim, I know he is not happy. I just know it because he lost in the finals to Vincent. He was on that streak to try to end Vincent's streak. What a start!
Oh, and he rocked it back and forth. That was sick looking. If Trenton can do something like that for the majority of this run, he might have a shot. That was awesome.
A teeter-totter is always the fan favorite in terms of wheelies. He's going to go for it again.
This track is one of the. This is a driver's track. You have to know what you're doing when you come on this course. And
oh my God!
This is a great run so far, man, dude. Last time, V4 Rival 2 flashbacks here, Brian. He doubled down at World Finals.
Trenton has so many years of experience behind the wheel. It doesn't matter what truck he's driving. And King Crunch is one of the best trucks I believe he's ever driven.
Nice combo.
He's going to drive them the same. It doesn't even matter what the equipment can handle and what it can't. Oh my goodness.
Can he save it?
No, he cannot.
With 23 seconds left, we're going to get the scores in. Second to last for the freestyle, we have Bryant Stagel in the beautiful Gravedigger 12, and I'm joined by the power forward driver, Devin. Devin, Bryant is a great driver, man. What are you thinking he's going to have to do?
You know what? Honestly, I could say he's gonna have to keep his momentum up. I kind of took it slow in my run, trying to keep that the time going. I know a lot of these drivers weren't filling time, but you know what? As long as he keeps his momentum up and his and great air and just keeps it consistent, I think he's got a great shot at it.
Absolutely, and starting off with some pretty nice air. I noticed a lot of those drivers have been attacking that 5-car stack that these officials added, and I think it makes a nice addition. It kind of keeps this track from being super boring, but it gives it something different. Oh, pass vertical and keeps the wheelie.
That was very nice. Very nice control over the truck. Slinging it into some donuts here.
Bryant, he's had a rough last few events.
That was
kept control.
Close.
He got to the finals, I think, like 3 times now, and he unfortunately fell victim to Vincent. Everybody's fallen victim to that guy.
I mean, that guy is an incredible racer. I mean, some may call it luck, but at this point, it's got to be skill. I mean, he's undefeated, a couple weeks in a row now?
Yeah, we've had 5 events, and he's won every single race for that. Oh, that's nice. With 30 seconds left.
Oh, that was nice.
He's got a shot.
See what he can do in his last 30 seconds. Oh, yeah, he does. Very nice, consistent freestyle. Hard stuff. Wow. He was on track, definitely.
20 seconds left. We'll get the scores.
And we're back here on the FRA. I am Trenton Ray, the driver of the King Crunch, and I'm alongside my good friend Devin Dunlap, and he's the driver of the Power Forward. Tim and Bryant are out of the booth for the moment, but you know what? We're about to see Tim. He's driving the Goldberg here right now, Devin.
Oh, I'm excited for this run. I mean, honestly, he's a little excited too. As you can see, he pulled out of the tunnel, kind of clipped that dumpster. But you know what? I'm excited for this run, and so far I'm in the lead. But as long as he can keep it consistent, I'm sure he's got a great shot at the lead.
The time starts on his first hit, so We're just waiting to see what the Goldberg can do here. You know, a front engine truck, this truck will fly.
Oh yeah.
Let's see it here. Here he goes. Some
Now
sick
he's
air
excited.
over the cars. The time has started here for Tim Clapper in the Goldberg. And look at the sick
my
air.
God.
You see how I'm saying, man? Like that front engine just flies. Look at them flying over an extra car. Just that truck is built to get big air.
Oh, I mean, honestly, he's got great momentum so far, and I'm excited to see what he can do for the rest of his run.
Yeah, nice. Crushing down those cars, man. Like, Tim's on it right now.
Those
Nice
cars have
kinda-
been tough to crush all night.
Whoa!
Nice.
Able to using that kind of rebound to get himself into a slap wheelie, and there's some donut action.
Oh, I love
Getting
these
into this.
donuts.
Look at that, going to cyclones into the spin cycle. And look at the sick
Oh
air
my
from Goldberg.
God. Do you hear this crowd right now? I mean, this crowd is going nuts.
Well, you know, it's Tim Clapper. Whoa!
Oh, wow. Let's see what he can do with 30 seconds here.
Tim
Nice
Clapper in the
crossover.
Goldberg is going off here. We've seen just about anything. I wanted to see what else he could do here.
All right, well, he's got just about 14 seconds left. Let's see what he can do.
Nice, clearing it. Yeah, I can see him cross there. Well, there he goes. Cross there in the entire thing. Whoa, can he combo it up?
3 seconds. And that's time for Tim and Goldberg.
Tim has filled time here in New Orleans. And up and over he goes.
Wow. You know what? Honestly, Trent, I wouldn't be surprised if that took lead.
No, I wouldn't be surprised either. You know, waiting on the scores, we got an 8. I'm going to throw in a 9. And we got another 8 as well.
That's a 23, I believe.
2 8s and a 9.
24?
Wow, I am amazed here. I believe Tim just took it. And here I am down on the track here with Tim Clapper, driver of the Goldberg. Man, that run was awesome.
Man, this truck is holding up. We are now starting a bit of a streak of our own. This is our 3rd week in a row we've won Freestyle. We're feeling great, man.
You got any plans for next week?
You know, next week, I'm not exactly sure on what the track is, but, you know, we're just going to keep the same headset. You know, we got to eventually get better at racing. We keep getting knocked out first round, but, you know, that kind of gives us motivation to go a little bit harder in freestyle, and, you know, I can't be any happier with how it went. You know, we drove around the track hyping up the crowd. Sorry, officials, for hitting that dumpster when I came out. I got a little excited. This truck just rocks it, man. I mean, that little... I've been trying that for a while now. I tried it in Orlando. Kind of ride up the pocket and keep going up the ramp, and unfortunately we dumped it last time, but we still took the win. But this time we were able to ride it, and we got into some donuts. I was hoping the truck would have stayed on all 4, but we ended up tossing it. Thankfully the body's not too damaged, because it was a very soft roll, probably the softest roll I've ever had. But, you know, next week we're going to have to just continue our streak of good luck here.
All right, well, we won't keep you, man. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we have a special encore for you Monster Jam fans tonight. King Crunch has made it back onto the field along with Little Tiger. They're going to freestyle simultaneously, Tim.
Absolutely. You know, these New Orleans fans, they have been so great to these drivers, and I'm excited to see. I'm gonna have to move the camera so we can get both drivers.
You know, I was speaking with Trenton. You know, he had one heck of a freestyle run. He thinks he could have gone better. I mean, if he filled the time, that would have been like picture perfect. But I can understand his frustrations, and he just wants to empty it out all onto the track for you fans tonight.
Absolutely, man. You know, I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time these two have dual freestyle encored. These guys are such good friends. You know, they just love going out and pleasing the fans, man. I mean, New Orleans has been one of the best crowds I think we've had. Honestly, the freestyle, you know, a lot of tracks ended early, but every track had a pretty awesome highlight. And there's some donuts in the gray from King Crunch. Little Tiger getting some nice air into his
Oh,
slap.
boy.
King Crunch almost flips it, but keeps it up. Bryant, dude, this is what FRA is all about right here.
Oh
King
my goodness,
Crunch!
King Crunch going for a tempo. King Crunch is over.
He's going to flip it over, and Little Tiger's going to have to be mindful of where King Crunch is at. And I think
What a
Little
way
Tiger's
to
gonna come.
stop it.
Yes, sir. They're gonna RIA Little Tiger. Awesome encore, but Bryant, they're not done just quite yet with the encores.
All right, fans. Well, here we go. We got a special treat for you. It's time for yet another encore. You know, you saw King Crunch and Little Tiger come out. Well, look who's out. And back at it again. It's Gravedigger and Goldberg. Coming over the cars. Look at them go. And you know, fans, you got to make some noise. These guys are doing it just for you. Some sick air from the Gravedigger and Goldberg. 2 trucks at a time. So many things to follow. Gravedigger going off the wall crazy. Goldberg not to be outdone, goes for the barrier. Fans, these guys are going off. Let them hear you. Goldberg's almost up and over. Gravedigger whipping into some donut action here. And Goldberg's over. The Gravedigger saves it. Ladies and gentlemen, Goldberg and Gravedigger.